Everyone, welcome in. Betsperts Golf. Ryan and Andy here to put a bow on the 2025 calendar year. RSM Classic. What's going on, buddy?
We're not doing a Grant Thornton one?
We're not doing a Grant Thornton one.
Probably not. No, this is kind of the last gasp here down in Georgia. Ugh. This reminds me of that terrible version of that with the Augusta commercials. Some people like that. I did not care for that.
It's just they play it too much. That's all.
There's literally 0 songs that Ray Charles recorded that you can record better. And that I'm speaking to the you, as in everyone on the planet, guys. God, I might watch Blues Brothers tonight. The OG. That's a good scene. I digress quickly off task because it's the RSM and it's another crapshoot. You know how it goes. We're looking at, if you don't know, there's 2 courses, Plantation and Seaside. Is it Seaside? Yeah, Plantation Seaside. And Seaside, yes. Yep. They'll play them both. We'll do the cut. And then the rest of the tournament will be held on Seaside. So we will be on Sea Island. You'll play 3 rounds on one course, 1 on the other. Comp courses include Harbortown, which the Plantation course is a little more Parkland, Inland, Carolina style. So that's a good comp for that, especially YLI, PGI National, Southwind, and honestly, Bermuda, Port Royal for Royal Port. Port Royal? I'm thinking Royal Port Rush, which is a completely different type of course. That is not a very good comp for this one whatsoever. The winds can kick up, but it's still a birdie fest. Wedges, it's not a terribly long course. You hit your wedges, you make your putts, you're going to win this. There's been some massive numbers that have come home here. A lot of first-time winners because, it's like, it's a place for first-time winners. Yeah, because there's 150 dudes here who've never won. Like, that's just kind of how it works out.
Not technically true, but yes, the point remains.
Yeah,
yes.
I know. But when there's only like 20 people in the whole field that have a win, you sometimes get a new winner. It's hard to get a first-time winner at Augusta. Most Correct. Of those people have won tournaments, and it just usually isn't going to happen for an amateur.
Yeah,
but
they're both shorties.
Here it does happen.
Yeah, the both barely over 7,000 yards from the tips. Plantation, which again we don't have shot link data for, so a lot of the stuff you'll see here at Betsperts Golf and like a course stats page is the 3 rounds that'll be played on the Seaside. That's where we have the strokes gain data. That is a short, basically 7,000 yard par 70. Plantation also barely over 7,000 yards as a par 72. So even with the wind kicking up historically, had some pretty low scores. And I don't know if you looked at the wind. Let me bring it up. I don't
it doesn't
know
seem
much
bad.
Wind. No, I don't think we're gonna get much at all. We're gonna go low this week, Andy. We're going low.
Yeah, 20 under kind of shit. For sure.
Yeah, I think we get 20 when it's windy.
Yeah.
So this is 5-day forecast. So at no point really are we even touching like this flower. We're not even sniffing that. This is nothing for these guys. So like we had a couple years ago with Ludwig before he, stopped coming, which is kind of also what can happen here. You can make a case for a few guys here, pedigree wise, that they could very much be making their last RSM start, at least at this part of their career, if they were to win. That got to 29 under. So, we can see here, we're fixing a little error down at the top here. But last year we had Mav at 16 in some wins, right? Ludwig, I think 29. 29. We went 61-61 on the weekend. Whew. Adam Svensson also into the 19. So again,
Ludwig one is tough though. It's like Ludwig Aubert is like a world-class golfer.
He is, but look at he wasn't alone.
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there
Kinda.
was a lot of low scores.
I mean, multiple guys
He was kind of
here.
alone.
Yeah.
I
he
think you're
is
shooting for about 24 under. 24 to 25 is probably pretty fair.
Yeah. With no
And
wind,
there's a
wedge
bunch of guys
fest.
that'll hit it.
Yeah. And it's an important one too, as Andy touched on, last one of the calendar year here. So, your spot in the FedEx Cup top 100 matters. And with this new arrangement, you see some good golfers that we're used to not being in the Corn Ferry, on the Corn Ferry Tour next year. A bunch of guys bubbling up that need to play well and have strong finishes. It's going to be some drama.
Especially with, the lack of Monday qualifiers nowadays.
It's true. Yep.
It's not like you can I'll just play myself in every week because I'm that good. But now there's going to be some guys that are going to need to pick up a bunch of Corn Ferry Tour points and play some alt events because they didn't get enough in the fall. I don't know. Anything else on the course? Bermuda greens, overseeded everything else.
Yeah.
Pretty fast, pretty quick greens. There are quadrants to these greens. You do need to be pretty strong with approach, but also proximity, because just hitting greens here isn't going to be enough. You need to find the right spots, or there's some really easy, like, hey, I'm going to 3-putt this now. This sucks.
Yeah, Plantation in particular, when they did the renovation, it's toughened up a little bit, but again, it's still, the fairways are wide, it's so short, and then there's the par fives that are reachable for everyone. So
a quick point of order too, on screen here if you're watching, it says club type OTT, less than driver. Well, Ryan, you just said these are short courses. Why are they taking less than? Because there's a lot of hazards. It's not the rough either. The rough is fine. You're going to end up in the rough once in a while. It's not that bad. But there is water and there are hazards, and there's a lot of spots where you don't want to be driving it because you're not going to be like, oh, well, it's in the rough and that's a tough shot. You're taking like full stroke penalties from some of these. So you do need to club down quite a bit here, which is, I think, a good course design, because a lot of these resort courses, it's just like, well, if you can hit at 325, it's going to catch us downslope and roll to about 480. So what are we doing with some of these holes? And I guess
speed
a
slot.
lot of it wasn't designed for the pros of 2025, and a lot of it is just resort people playing on vacation. But yeah, I do kind of like how this course is set up in that regard. It's still easy. Yeah. But it does require more thought than just grip it and rip it.
Yeah, and you've seen here, I mean, we even see, if you compare the 2023 less winds, Ludwig here, 58% driver usage. Last year, a little bit more windy. Scores weren't quite as low. You saw another dip, 47. Both of those are, 10 to 15 to 20% almost, below what we see on a standard PGA Tour event. You can see here on the course stats page. And again, this is the 3 rounds at Seaside. We don't have Plantation, but again, Plantation, even shorter of a course in the par 72s, because also, to Andy's point, we have a short course. You don't have to push it down there. You're still going to have, sometimes a wedge and a scoreable club to be able to get in and get into the right quadrant of the green and still keep yourself in good birdie looks. So it just isn't, it's not rewarded. The risk to take on taking the club head cover off is just is mitigated here. So
yeah, it is kind of a par 4 course in that regard, as far as where you need to score. You obviously need to score on the 5s. If you don't score on the 5s, you're just not going to compete.
Correct.
Like you got to find yourself in scoring position basically all 4 days on those. Otherwise, you're not going to be there to even matter what you do in the 4s. But the 3s are tough. The couple of them are pretty long.
Yep. And
in general, you're not going to score a ton on those. You need to find great second shots on all the par 4s. They're easy scoring because everything is, but you need to be apart from the field in that regard well. And a lot of that is just great iron shots. A lot of them wedges, but a lot of them mid irons in those spots. And if you can hit your mid irons, throw some darts, make some putts, you're going to be 25 under and you're in this thing.
Yep. Did you make any bets? Did you build a model? Let's look at your model.
I did build a model. Very simple one this week. To sweep me off. I have some names written down. I want to run some by you before I get too nuts.
There's an interesting name here. Okay, let's see here. Very simplistic model. I respect these. Let's see. We got Thor at the top in 80s model. Rico Hoey, friend of the show. Rio Hasasune, third in the model. I like it. $6,900 on DraftKings. And I think that's an interesting name. Eric Cole, Doug Gim, Luke Clanton, Mark Hubbard, Andrew Putnam, Patty Rogers, and Sam Ryder make up the top 10. I like to do this little reverse look too and see who are our most expensive golfers and where do they rank. So Harris not getting rounds in your model. He's not playing a lot of less than driver, easy approach courses, which would make sense considering his schedule he typically holds. But he's part of the Sea Island Mafia, as is a Brian Harmon, JT Poston. You got a lot of those local.
I've told the story every year. I think I made lineups. I was able to fit it where I made DFS lineups on DraftKings with only Sea Island Mafia guys, and like it went 1 for 6, I think, as far as the cut line. I was so mad. I'm like, how do we not even get 4? You guys, these are in your backyard. This is, and I think that speaks to it's a highly volatile leaderboard. You're going to have some weird, there's going to be like 3 guys on the front page when you wake up Saturday and you're watching this and be like, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Who is this person? It just feels like that every year at places like this. Click on Sam Ryder. I'm going to bet him. You can find him in triple digits. He's one that absolutely is making the card. Just haven't shopped it out yet. I got to get the best prices. You always want to get the best prices. It hurts when you don't do that and you win and you're like, oh, I could have had an extra XYZ dollars if I would have spent some time. But Sam Ryder, not great the last couple weeks, but he kind of fits the bill here. And he's in the one too where it's like, he's got the putting chops. He's got the irons for sure. Just kind of struggling with the form, I believe. If you scroll down, I don't think he's been great the last couple tournaments in Bermuda cut. Not great in Utah either. Honestly, he hasn't had a great swing season. Don't care. Like him here. Cut at the Pro Court. Terrible. But he has the course fit and he's a big number. He looked pretty well. He looked pretty good in the comp courses ones I ran. I didn't like make a model for it, but I looked at comp courses over the last 2 years and he modeled up pretty well in that as well. So I'm going to bet him again. It's like, oh, he hasn't played well here. He's not in good form. He's just okay. Yeah, he's like 125 to 1, guys. I'm not betting.
I was hoping. I thought we were going to get some like low key course history here. This is
no.
We're not getting low key course history. T13 2023. But yeah, I mean, it's not a place where I'm leaning a ton. I wouldn't lean a ton on that because it is just you can be playing well and score that week. It's not a place I think you need to be overly familiar with necessarily.
No, I'm looking for guys who can pop. I'm not looking for guys who are. If a guy's coming in with a bunch of form and he is a bigger name, it's going to be like 20 to 1. I don't want that. I want a big number here. I don't want to bet any of the people near the top. But guess what?
Including Rico Hoey?
Well, I mean, that's a tax. That doesn't count. I'll bet him secretly. Okay. But Thor, even, Brian Harmon, who, it's a short course. He can win here. Yeah, he's fallen off, man. Harris English. That guy shouldn't even show his face in America right now after the Ryder Cup performance.
He didn't get to play. He played twice.
Yeah, not great. I'm not betting Denny McCarthy under 50 to 1. Theorbjorn Olsen 36. It's just a bunch of names I can't get home with. So it's going to be longer shots. Johnny Kiefer 78 to 1. That's what this field is right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually had a bunch of guys that I kind of wanted to bet, but prices were a little bit prohibitive. Brian Harmon's actually played a bunch and he played some Euro events and actually he's been okay. It just part of it is I don't want to watch him. If it comes to Sunday, you're having to pick time to decide if I want to how much golf do I want to watch along with football, and I have to actually sweat Brian Harmon and watch it. I can't do it. The price would have to be significantly longer for me
Nobody
to
has
try
that
to swim
time.
that. No one has that time. I can't. I'm sorry. I think he's a viable DFS play, and Denny would be the same. I will bet. I would bet Denny. I didn't bet Denny. The price is not something I love, but
That's
Denny
what I'm
is,
saying. It's just like at the price, can't do it.
Yeah. So you haven't shopped everything. Basically, we started with Sam Ryder. So are we just
Sam
all
Ryder
triple digits
at Bet Online? 165 to 1.
Okay. It's at the top of the card today.
That's the top of the card so far.
I love this. I don't think it's a bad approach here. I mean, you're just inviting variance
down too.
Yeah.
Pull up like spike putting. Let's just look at that. Forget the models.
Okay.
Let's look at some guys who can win a putting contest here.
All right, let's do it.
We'll go to floor ceiling. We'll go to SG putting. Oh, Michael Brennan. I don't know that we're going to strike lightning twice though, but go to like three.
Why not? What if he's just a guy?
What honestly, he might be.
He might just be a guy.
Comparing this course to where did he win? Utah. I mean, this is kind of similar where you don't want to miss big because of the hazards, the lava, the desert.
Wide fairways.
Very wide fairways, scoreable. God, maybe should we go back to the well on Michael Brennan? He's like probably 60 to 1. I don't know.
I got a 55. I bet it.
45 here. Oof, yeah, that's not tenable for Andy.
Yeah, let's see.
50. He's about 50 to 1 for me. I will think about it, but sort by three strokes plus putting here. Guys who have most often
back up.
Overperformed putting in the last 12 months, had rounds where they gained at least 3 strokes on the field. Putting.
Massive.
ADDC Adrien Duchaumont, the Belgian. I've seen him on a couple cards. He's got to be a decent number, right?
Big time U of I, product. At Corn Ferry.
Is that
last
Illinois
year.
or Indiana?
Illinois, sorry.
I was going to say Illinois is the golf school, but
yes,
it wasn't clear.
Yes.
Yep. You know what? 95 to 1 on him.
Yeah. All right.
Adrien Duchaumont. Add him to the card.
Yeah, 100 on DraftKings. Looks like Chris has got close to that.
94.50.
Yeah, Taylor Montgomery, no story there, right? It's bombs and putts, and the rest of it is just sometimes really tough to stomach. Sneds, Valdez, small sample, but spiked. Your boy Jackson Suber.
It wasn't great last week.
Yeah, Danny Walker's got a lot to play for. If he doesn't want to be a server again, he's got to. I think he's like 97th or something like that. He's like right on the line. I would think Bo Hosler would be in this list too. Yep, here's Hosler. Hosler currently on the outside looking in. Haas is gonna have to go down to the Corn Ferry if he doesn't have himself a week. Todd Father back in the field after.
Is Valdez a pro or is he still?
I think he's a young kid, isn't he?
I think he's still in college. I watched him. He was one I followed at 3M.
Yeah,
he went out and shot a very nice round to open the 3M. That's why I'm like, why do I know this name? There was somebody I followed up there. I might bet him. He's got to be a big number. I just want a bunch of big numbers.
Okay, just take a bunch of shots. Valdez,
not listed at Bookmaker. Good.
350 on DraftKings. Sebastian Market. There you go. You need each way option. 300 on 365 or 275 on Rivers. If you have each.
Give me option. Valdez. Give me Frankie Sappin.
Were you on Frankie last week? He had a little bit of a chase.
Yeah, I didn't last week, and he's a Minnesota guy. He's a gopher. 200 to 1.
225 on
Frankie 3 sticks. I'll take him. I will take probably lowering my stake a little on Brendan Valdez. Let's see. 350 to 1. I don't think I need to go full chili.
I'm gonna back this out
That's
2
the
years.
card. That's the whole card, right?
I
Ryder.
love it. I'm gonna back out and then go Bermuda and see what our spike Bermuda putting looks like. The little bit of a bigger sample. Let's pop 12 round minimum, 2 years. We'll look at 2 strokes putting. Okay, here you go. Taylor Montgomery. And, almost half his starts on Bermuda the last 2 years are half his rounds, gaining 2 or more. Frankie C. Danny Walker again. Young Michael Thor Bjornsson. Absolutely love to see it. Jesper Svensson, Neesmith, the Haas, ZJ, again, Seattle Mafia, Blades Brown. I know Mayo has been banging Blades Brown.
Another youngster, Blades
very
Brown.
youngster. We're 4 years away from Blades Brown
he's
being
like 16,
young.
man.
Yeah, he's had a joke popped into my head real quick. Gonna sit on that. But yeah, he's
Oh no, Blades Brown turned 18 this year.
Oh, okay. Another joke. Boom. Letting it go. Wallace Hughes. Matt Hughes has had some good success here. So these guys have gained 2 or more. This is Bermuda splits again. If you go up to 3, Mason Anderson. I used to manage Mason Anderson. Thorbjorn, Svensson, Cristobal, Wallace again, Haas again, Todd Father. Okay, there's Frankie C. So Jackson Suber. Here's Denny. Denny showing some real ceiling with a very large sample, which we know that's Denny's calling card. Thor. And so it's good. Okay. So that's again 2 years, 12 round minimum Bermuda spike putting. And again, I think it really matters. Birdies, par 4 scoring. The par 70 on Sea Island in no wind here. I think you're gonna have to go low. So the putting and spike putting stuff really matters. So okay, we got a sense of what you're doing here. It looks like. We interest you in anything in the double digits, or are we just going triple digits?
I mean, ADDC is double digits. He's 95.
Okay.
Close enough, though. What do we think of Tom Hoagie here? Guy who can certainly make it happen with the irons. Is the putting just going to keep him down? He's a big number for a name that's played pretty well in the past.
Yeah, he's not played well of late.
He's just not played well. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I have a similar play. I took Daniel Berger at 45. I feel good about everything that's going to happen tee to green. 45 is way off market. I feel good about everything tee to green. Just worry about Daniel Berger making putts if we're going to have to get into the low 20s.
I would agree with him being way off market. My fair price for him is 80 to 1. So that's just me being. I'm kidding.
No, it's probably fair if you look at his putting splits, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just struggle with a lot of those guys in the 60s and 70s. Like I'm betting Matt Kuchar at 55 to 1. Doesn't feel like a thing I want to do with my life. I've seen some people on Eckroat.
Sure.
Andrew Novak is interesting at 80.
Yeah, Novak's local. Obviously played great last year, but he's big number 2. He's like 75.
Yeah, 80. I can get an 80 on him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know what other archetype are you looking for here? Is it just find some big numbers and some guys that have had some low rounds?
Yep. Can you go low? Because I don't think there's any other course specific things.
Pull up. Oh, did you get rid of the rabbit hole already? Pull up just like some scoring metrics.
Okay.
Pull up just birdie or better stuff on like easy courses. Who's gone out, played an easy course, and made a mockery of it? Last 18 months, in fact.
Okay. That's fair. All right, let's take a look at very easy scoring conditions. Do you want to look at short or very short or average, anything like that?
No, I think you're doing a lot of too much filtering. It's not great. All right. So easy scoring conditions, last 18.
Okay.
And most of last fall and last summer. Let's take a look at scoring. And you know what? Go to average rather than rank,
for sure.
and then get rid of some of these losers like Peter Kinnaid. I don't know who that is. He's gonna win now. Let's get rid of some very small samples. Birdie or better rates. Oh, Michael Brennan. You know, maybe I don't hate small sample sizes.
From fairway, which again, I probably playing from the fairway here, especially when you're clubbing down. That's kind of what happens is you're trading off.
Valdez. Look at him. Granted,
doc?
it's just like he played really good at the 3M and click on his rounds. If you click on the blue here, it'll show you what rounds it's running. It's 3M in Detroit. Easy scoring conditions, 3M and John Deere.
Yeah.
So, comparable fields.
Sure. And some birdies.
He does make some birdies, and when he doesn't, he doesn't. But yeah, Valdez, boy, everything's popping for Valdez. I don't see how he's not favored. Valdez good to minus 110 to win this thing. Good to minus 200, top 10.
Yeah. 350 playable to minus 110.
Redmond is a huge number. He's a faker, birdie maker. Doesn't have to be playing well to score low at a place like this. I know some people that have bet him. He's like 300 to 1 as well. I think if you do bet some of these big names, the Sappins, the Valdez's, the Doc Redmonds especially, if you don't have each way, maybe split your stake in half and take some top 10 or top 20. Just it's gonna feel bad to make the right call and the right long shot and not get anything out of it. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be taking some small bets on top 10s as well.
I feel like when Cal speaks up, I like to listen. I think we should listen. Cal's sharp. Mac, he's on Meisner. Let's see.
Cal's in full NFL mode.
Yeah, I mean, so are you. So am I.
I don't have much to bet this week, man. The stuff was popping off the page like I had some sort of power the last 2 weeks. We're just like, oh, I'm betting this, and here's 8 bets I'm making instantly. This week, I've got virtually nothing in the NFL. Very tough week. Might just call it off. Watch it as a fan. Not gonna do that.
Mac's not too far down. Don't have to scroll very far down. Oh, Burger's actually up here. This is surprising. All right. So I feel good about this.
Big sample too.
Yeah, better than that. I mean, the punting overall has been pretty bad, but he's been playing better. So yeah, 3 clicks for me. Thor, it's a tax, but I feel good about the tax. 25 on Thor. And Michael Brennan at 45. No, I'm sorry. Michael Brennan at 55.
55.
Berger's 45. So Thor, Berger, Brennan, calling the shot on Brennan. He just might be a dude. Why can I not click him? Because we already clicked him and he won for us. I'm just gonna go back to the well. We've seen guys, have multiple swing season wins on their way to being dudes. Right? Just see a spot where Brennan or Thor win, and this is their last RSM. Sea Islands, like, enjoy it. They're not coming back.
See ya. Smell you later. Never coming back. Yeah, not just ladies. Dudes can have multiples too. So maybe it's Brennan. Maybe I need to get in on this.
Yeah, I think 50, 55. I think it's not I don't think it's a bad number. Right? Like, he's a, Wake Forest kid. So Bermuda friendly.
Bahama.
So that's the other Burger thing too. The putting's bad, but at least we're on Bermuda. Makes it feel a little bit better. He's going to keep himself in play, like I said, tee to green. So yeah, I would use this type of stuff. If you're building models, I would go very heavily into some birdie or better fairway, par 4 scoring, spike putting, some of the course fitting stuff. I think matters less this week because that forecast I think is pretty benign. Right? If we're not touching 12 mile an hour gusts at Sea Island, this is going to be a spot where it is very, very much a putting contest, as the late great John Rahm would say. Rest in peace. So that's all I got, buddy.
I like it.
All right.
RSM. It is an accounting and financial services firm. As I had to look it up. Like, what does this even mean? Every time you look it up, like, oh, it's finance. Weird.
Yeah. Finance,
So they have to
insurance.
write something off somewhere. So they sponsor a fall season event here. We'll be back sometime, but not soon. We're not going to do a podcast for a while we are off working. We'll be working on getting DP World Tour stuff in there. I might start just collecting data on those courses to have in my notes for be ready for next year.
We should do it like a season preview, hot take.
Well, especially with Hawaii being canceled, it's an extra week into the off season in air quotes. Yeah, we'll do something. We'll find something. What are you doing Christmas Day?
I try not to do very much. I mean, Netflix is forcing football on us, so
I don't hate that.
So football.
We'll figure it out. Sometime in December we'll do a hot takey. Who's the best golfer? You have two choices essentially. Who's a up and comer?
Yeah, we'll make some categories. We'll do a preseason hot take award.
Maybe we'll do a little draft of like just guys and see who gets the most wins and top fives or something.
I love this.
Just bring Ron on.
Let me bring Ron on.
Ron.
Best ball.
Do some best ball stuff. Best ball's fun.
Maybe we just have Cal come on. We just do stuff.
Cal, come on and do some best ball stuff.
Yeah. We'll
I don't know when those open
schedule.
up. I'm assuming that stuff is open eventually, like soon, because a lot of it does just go the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing the majors ones a little more because it's less thinking, but yeah, golf best ball. He keeps trying to make me do it. I keep saying I don't want. I will never do NFL best ball. No offense to those people, they're the worst people on earth to follow on Twitter.
That's fair.
Do your best ball. I don't give a shit about it. Please don't tweet about it. Like,
do you log into Twitter on
you really want these three running backs to get hurt so some guy that you had like 90% shares in can play? And guess what? He's in the UFL now. Congrats on doing best ball in March when this guy. Oh, guess what? He didn't get drafted. Like, congrats on putting him on the team. He's a UDFA for the worst team in the league behind four of the running backs. Nice job, dickhead. I'm glad I had to read all about it. I'm kidding. It's no, fun.
I don't disagree with you, to be honest. I actually think, so I do it. I'll tell him myself. I do it. I play, but I don't play the lottos. And Connor always makes fun of me for this. I'm one of the only guys that's still playing on the OG MFL 10 best ball. Talk about fumbling the bag, by the way. MFL 10 like invents the game, has it, and then just like loses out. Partially because the games are so soft. The ADP is so soft. So if you do any of your own rankings and just can import your own stuff, you have a pretty massive edge. But I'm not playing the lotto stuff. So the content around it is all lotto based, Millie Maker, the underdog, big tournaments and all that stuff. So I don't play in those. I'm even more boring, but I also am not tweeting about my teams all summer either. Cause I also agree with you that it's somewhat insufferable content.
Well, and I think that's the thing too. If you do best ball, and maybe this is the case for golf too. I don't know. If I'm putting myself in the corner and forcing myself to actually invest some real money into it. But I think if you do best ball, you can't half-ass it. It's no fun having I got like 3 teams for $10 a pop or something. That just doesn't do it. It has to be like I have to spend a bunch of time doing good rankings, updating them throughout, spreading out my drafts over a period of time at the right ratio, making sure I'm doing enough early, enough middle, enough late, because those are different kinds of teams. Sure. And I just don't have the bandwidth, because you know what I like to do when it's not football season?
Touch some grass.
Take some freaking breath, touch some grass.
Yeah.
Go for a walk.
Yeah.
I once again digress. The RSM Ryder, Duchessa, Valdez, and Sappin. I thought Valdez was the one that his mom was on the bag. It was somebody else. There was a young golfer up at the 3M that. Oh, it was Frankie Sappin. That's who it was. She she was caddying. Like I was up there. It was hilarious. Like it was just his mom on the bag because he's just like this kid that got a sponsor's exemption because he's a golfer and it was the Minnesota event. That's who it was. So Sappin was the kid that had his mom on the bag. Actually, not a bad looking gal. Charlene Sappin. I want a little shout out to you for it was hot. The 3M.
It was hot.
It's always like 95 degrees with that Minnesota humidity, and she lugged the bag. I think all 4 days for him up there. So good job to him. He's winning the RSM, and we'll see you eventually
soon.